The idea that a few things account for most results is not just true for companies in your investment portfolio. It's also an important part of your own behavior as an investor. Napoleon's definition of a military genius was the man who can do the average thing when all those around him are going crazy. It's the same in investing. Most financial advice is about today. What should you do right now and what stocks look good buys today? But most of the time, today is not that important. Over the course of your lifetime as an investor, the decisions that you make today or tomorrow or next week will not matter nearly as much as what you do during the small number of days, likely 1% of the time or less, when everyone else around you is going crazy. Consider what would happen if you saved $1 every month from 1900 to 2019. You could invest that $1 into the US stock market every month, rain or shine. It doesn't matter if economists are screaming about a looming recession or a new bear market. You just keep investing. Let's call an investor who does this. Sue. But maybe investing during a recession is too scary. So perhaps you invest your $1 in the stock market when the economy is not in a recession. Sell everything when it's in a recession and save your monthly dollar in cash and invest everything back into the stock market when the recession ends. We'll call this Investor Jim. Or perhaps it takes a few months for a recession to scare you out and then it takes a while to regain confidence before you get back into the market. You invest $1 in stocks when there's no recession. Sell 6 months after a recession begins and invest back in 6 months after a recession ends. We'll call you Tom. How much money would these three investors end up with over time? Sue ends up with $435,551. Jim has $257,386. Tom $234,476. Sue wins by a mile. There were 1,428 months between 1900 and 2019. Just over 300 of them were during a recession. So by keeping her cool during just the 22% of the time the economy was in or near a recession, Sue ends up with almost 3/4 more money than Jim or Tom. To give a more recent example, have you behaved as an investor during the months in late 2008 and early 2009 will likely have more impact on your lifetime returns than everything you did from 2000 to 2008. There is the old pilot quip that their jobs are hours and hours of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror. It's the same in investing. Your success as an investor will be determined by how you respond to punctuated moments of terror, not the years spent on cruise control. A good definition of an investing genius is the man or woman who can do the average thing when all those around them are going crazy. Tails drive everything. When you accept that tails drive everything in business, investing, and finance, you realize that it's normal for lots of things to go wrong, break, fail, and fall. If you're a good stock picker, you'll be right maybe half the time. If you're a good business leader, maybe half of your product and strategy ideas will work. If you're a good investor, most years will be just okay and plenty will be bad. If you're a good worker, you'll find the right company in the right field after several attempts and trials. And that's if you're good. Peter Lynch is one of the best investors of all time. If you're terrific in this business, you're right 6 times out of 10, he once said. There are fields where you must be perfect every time, flying a plane for example. Then there are fields where you want to be at least pretty good nearly all the time, a restaurant chef, let's say. Investing, business and finance are just not like these fields. Something I've learned from both investors and entrepreneurs is that no one makes good decisions all the time. The most impressive people are packed full of horrendous ideas that are often acted upon.